From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 9th, 2024. Two people were reportedly severely injured in a rocket attack from Lebanon this evening at northern Israel. Magen David Adom paramedics saying the two were in critical condition after a direct hit on the Golan Heights. The Times of Israel's Emmanuel Fabian said, according to initial reports, the pair were injured by a rocket that struck a car they were in or next to near the Nafa junction in the Golan. Also saying terror group Hezbollah took responsibility for the rockets. Rockets have been fired throughout the day today at northern Israel. The IDF said earlier that after one rocket barrage, it identified two terrorists entering a military structure of Hezbollah in the area where the shooting originated, and that Air Force fighter jets attacked the structure containing the terrorists. Two explosive drones from Lebanon were also successfully intercepted earlier today before they made their way into Israel. A rocket was fired from Gaza today at southern Israel. It was intercepted by the Iron Dome. No injuries were reported. The IDF continues to battle Hamas and other terror groups in Gaza, today sharing an update from its operation in the Shujaiya area, which began less than 2 weeks ago, saying that over 150 terrorists have been eliminated, 6 terrorist tunnels destroyed, booby-trapped buildings dismantled, dozens of weapons and intelligence documents found. The destroyed tunnels included, the IDF said, a branched tunnel system that included terrorist hideouts and command and control centers. U.S. President Joe Biden met yesterday with former hostage Liat Benin Atzili at the White House. Atzili is an American Israeli who was released as part of the hostage agreement at the end of this past November, after some 50 days in Hamas captivity in Gaza. The president said, "It was my honor to welcome her to the White House this evening, hear firsthand about her resilience despite enduring the unthinkable, and promise her that my work isn't done until we secure the release of all remaining hostages held by Hamas." The approximate 120 hostages who remain captive in Gaza have now been held for 277 days. Talks aimed at a hostage release agreement are ongoing. U.S. National Security Advisor John Kirby was asked about any progress in those talks during a press briefing yesterday, where he answered, "We have a team in Cairo right now that includes Brett McGurk and the director of the CIA. They're meeting with their Egyptian, Israeli, and Jordanian counterparts, and there will be follow-on discussions after that over the next few days." Kirby noting that there are still some gaps that remain in the two sides and the positions, but he said we wouldn't have sent a team over there if we didn't think that we had a shot here, and we're going to take every shot we can to see if we can't get this ceasefire deal in place. 3 deans at Columbia were removed from their posts after text messages disparaging of Jewish students came to light. During a recent panel held on campus Jewish life, the senior Columbia College administrators exchanged messages that included downplaying accounts of anti-Semitism on campus, suggesting that Jewish students were getting attention because of money, and that the school's Hillel leader was leveraging the current situation for fundraising purposes. Columbia President Minu Shafiq wrote yesterday, "This incident revealed behavior and sentiments that were not only unprofessional, but also disturbingly touched on ancient anti-Semitic tropes and conveyed a lack of seriousness about the concerns and the experiences of members of our Jewish community that is antithetical to our university's values and the standards we must uphold in our community." Shafiq said that beyond the action taken to remove the administrators, the school would also launch a vigorous program of anti-Semitism and anti-discrimination training for faculty and staff this fall, with related training for students. Meta, the company that owns and operates such social media giants as Facebook and Instagram, updated its policy on the term quote-unquote Zionist today, saying we will now remove speech targeting Zionists in several areas where our process showed that the speech tends to be used to refer to Jews and Israelis with dehumanizing comparisons, calls for harm, or denials of existence. Jewish organizations welcomed the move. World Jewish Congress President Ronald Lauder saying Meta's decision is a much-needed advancement in our ongoing fight against online anti-Semitism and hatred. By recognizing and addressing the misuse of the term Zionist, Meta is taking a bold stand against those who seek to mask their hatred of Jews, saying he hopes other platforms follow Meta's lead. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, July the 9th. At 8 o'clock, Justin Pines sits down with Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Jacobson, a leading Jewish scholar in Torah and Jewish mysticism, who also shares insights on the world since October the 7th. Then it's Dr. Ruth Westheimer on L'chaim. At 10, the ILTV's Insider. 10:30, a replay of the news. And coming up next, Shalom Hartman Institute President Donniel Hartman speaks at the conclusion of the Institute's Community Leadership Program in Jerusalem. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 9th, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.